Maximum elevation! Fire!
Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for being with us today as we remember those folks that paid the ultimate sacrifice in combat for the United States of America. Before we get started, I'd like everybody to lift the flag in front of them as our chaplain, Lieutenant Colonel Bob LaRoe, U.S. Army retired, will do the invocation. Uncover.
Before I pray, I would like to read a brief statement. I was that which others did not want to be. I went where others feared to go, and did what others failed to do. I accepted the burden of loneliness. I have seen the face of terror and felt the stinging cold of fear. I have felt pain and sorrow, but most of all, I have lived times others could not fathom. I have served in the armed forces of my beloved nation. Shall we pray?
What it means to me is remembering all those persons from time of the American Revolution to today that were willing to give their lives in service of the country and to protect the United States. And we should remember their sacrifice. And that's one of the reasons why we take the time to bring out a lot of this antique equipment to let people see what the real people back then, 70, 75 years ago, 100 years ago, actually went through and the things that they had to endure.
At this point, I want to call on Sergeant Dan Clark, the singing trooper, for our national anthem. Dan?
You know, I walked across a county courthouse square. On a park bench, I saw an old man. He was sitting there. I said, "Your courthouse, it's kind of run down." He said, "Nah, it'll do for our little town." I said, "Your flagpole, it's leaning a little bit. And that's a ragged old flag you got hanging on it." He said, "Have a seat." And I sat down. He said, "Is this the first time you've been to our little town?" I said, "I think it is." He said, "Well, we don't like to brag, but we're kind of proud of that ragged old flag. You see, we got a hole in that flag over there when Washington took it across the Delaware. And you know she got powder burned the night that Francis Scott Key sat watching her writing 'Oh say, can you see?' She got a big rip in New Orleans with Pakenham and Jackson tugging at her seams. She almost fell at the Alamo, shot that Texas flag, but they waved on no. She got cut with a sword at Chancellorsville, and she got cut again at Shiloh Hill. There was Robert E. Lee, Beauregard, and Bragg. And at South Wind, she blew hard on our ragged old flag. On Flanders Field in World War I, she got a big hole from a Bertha gun. She turned blood red in World War II, and she hung limp and low a time or two. She was in Korea, Vietnam, and now Afghanistan. She went where she was sent by her Uncle Sam. She waved on her ships upon the briny foam, and now you know they've almost done quit waving back here at home. In her own good land here, she has been abused. She's been burned, dishonored, denied, and refused, and the government for which she stands is sometimes scandalized throughout the land. She's been getting threadbare, and she's wearing thin. But she's in good shape for the shape she's in. 'Cause she's been through the fire before, and I believe that she can take a whole lot more. So we raise her up every morning, and we lower her down slow every night. We don't let her touch the ground, and we fold her up just right. You know, on second thought, I do like to brag, 'cause I know that we're all mighty proud of our ragged old flag. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the United States of America, our Star-Spangled Banner. And salute!